Like and subscribe right now, or you're gonna have terrible luck for the next week. The Megalodon is definitely one of the biggest and deadliest animals to ever prowl the waters of the earth. If you've watched the movie Jaws, you probably think the shark in that movie was scary. Well, the Megalodon is at least 10 times bigger than that big scary shark in Jaws. That tells you exactly how dangerous and deadly the huge Megalodon was. However, despite being this big bad lord of the sea, the Meg still had fierce enemies that competed with it, and we'll be checking out 10 of the biggest right now. Number 10. The Basking Shark. The Basking Shark is the second largest living shark in the world, and it can reach up to lengths of 27 feet. This shark is found in all of the world's temperate oceans, and it's a slow-moving filter feeder. This means that it has a habit of feeding at the surface and mostly eats plankton. The shark appeared in the world's ocean around the Miocene era, and it's possible that it may have prowled the same oceans as the giant Meg. If this did happen, the basking shark would have certainly proved to be a huge problem for the Meg. However, since the basking shark doesn't prey on the lunch of the Megalodon, and since it's probably way too big for the Meg to eat, the animal might have been left alone. If these two animals did exist together, it's hard to imagine that they would have been at each other's throats, but never say never. Number 9. THALASSOMEDON. One of the greatest matchups in the history of the world is the one that never happened. The THALASSOMEDON is a genus of plesiosaur and is arguably the creepiest looking sea monster you'll ever see. It grew to a length of about 35 feet, with 19 of those feet being its neck. This sea monster was basically shaped like a tortoise with a neck the size of a small bus. Sadly for us, and perhaps fortunately for it, it existed in the late Cretaceous era and would have been dead for several millions of years before the Megalodon would rule the sea. Perhaps if the THALASSOMEDON were alive, the Meg would never have risen. We'll simply never know. Number 8. Mosasaurus. This huge, oddly crocodile-like reptile lived about 66 million years ago. This animal may look tiny in pictures and books, but it reached an amazing and simply unthinkable length of 58 feet. With jaws like that, this animal was a terror to everything that it came across. Scientists believe that this animal would have eaten literally anything that it came across. This includes fishes of all sizes, and may have included the giant Megalodon as well. Sadly, when the Mosasaurus was ruling the waters, the Meg hadn't evolved to become the Meg. If these two hegemons of the sea had existed in the same time period, who knows what would have happened? Perhaps the Meg would have made the Mosasaurus its lunch. But seeing that the Mosasaurus is a huge animal with a very powerful jaw, perhaps the opposite could have happened. We can't say for sure. Number 7. TYLOSAURUS. Scary looking doesn't even start to describe this gigantic sea monster. The TYLOSAURUS makes its name from its elongated snout that terrifies even the most rugged sea animal. Unlike other animals of its size, the TYLOSAURUS did not have teeth throughout its whole mouth. This, of course, added a weird twist to an already scary snout. However, the truly scary thing about the animal wasn't its mouth, even though that was definitely scary. The size of it was genuinely mind-boggling. The TYLOSAURUS could reach lengths of about 46 feet, which is as long as 3 school buses combined. At this point, it's safe to say that this monster was no joke. It was no joke at all. That's why the Meg should have been glad that they didn't have the opportunity to clash. Since they lived in different eras and the TYLOSAURUS was long dead before the Megalodon even thought of appearing, both animals never had the opportunity to compete together. And we have a sinking feeling that both animals preferred it that way. Number 6. Leopleurodon. The Leopleurodon was precisely the stuff of nightmares. It was a huge monster that reached up to 36 feet long, was carnivorous, and had the aggressiveness and ruthlessness of dinosaurs. It was simply a Tyrannosaurus Rex that could swim. It ate anything, everything, and then ate some more after that. It was a very powerful swimmer and was most likely extremely fast for its size. During the late Jurassic period, the Leopleurodon was the apex predator. At this time, most of Western Europe was covered with water, and the ruler of the oceans from drowned coast to drowned coast was this 36-foot monster. Sadly, the Leopleurodon couldn't survive the onward march of evolution. Soon enough, the animal became extinct, and another sea ruler, the gigantic and terrifying Megalodon, took its place. Number 5. OTODUS shark. Like most of the sharks on this list, the OTODUS shark is an extinct shark. The shark is an extinct genus of mackerel shark that lived during the Pliocene and Eocene epochs. Scientists aren't quite settled on this, but there is evidence that the OTODUS was the predecessor of the Megalodon. If this is true, that means that the Meg and this shark would most definitely have existed within the same time period. And if that is true, they would most likely have competed with each other for food, and these conflicts would have most likely led to the ridiculous clashes of power, might, and jaws. Sadly, we don't have a complete fossil of this giant shark, so we can't say for certain what it would have looked like. What we can say for sure, though, is that it had a gigantic tooth. We can say that for sure because scientists have found lots of teeth belonging to this species, and they are usually gigantic. They often weigh up to 2 pounds and are as long as 4 inches. According to scientists, this shark must have reached lengths of about 40 feet. Even though the Meg routinely grew longer than that, a 40-foot shark was more than enough to give it problems. Number 4. Leviathan. The Leviathan has been estimated to be about 57 feet long. This means that it hated the sight of the other. Number 3.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
Today's picture was sent to us by a subscriber. If you ever come across a picture online and would like to know more details about it, you can send it in to us. Who knows, your picture could feature in our next video. Number 2. The modern orca. What? Modern orca? How can the modern orca be a viable enemy of the Great Meg? That's surely impossible. But it is. Modern orcas aren't all about brute strength and strong jaws like the Meg. They're about teamwork, cooperation, and intelligence. In fact, the modern orca is basically a superior version of the macroraptorial sperm whale. Orcas are equal in size and strength, and they have the added benefit of being ridiculously smart. It's little wonder that these black and white beasts are called killer whales, because they are extremely good at killing. That's probably why they're also called the wolves of the sea. Think of them as a band of clever assassins that can take any individual down no matter what. That's probably why they become apex predators. This means that no other animal preys on them. It's easy to say that the Meg would have easily dealt with these animals anytime they came in contact, but that would be wrong. Of course, when compared to the huge Meg, the modern orca is terribly small and weak. However, since orcas often travel in pods, the Meg would have been unlikely to meet only one, and duels of that sort would have most likely ended in the orca's favor. If you're in doubt, look around. The modern orca is still in the sea today. The Meg? Not so much.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works.
Number 1. Great white shark. Surprised again? Well, don't be. Like the modern orca, the great white shark appeared at the end of the Megalodon's reign and overlapped with the great beast. And like with the orca, the great white shark is still roaming the seas, while the huge Meg, with the great jaws, has died off. So what happened? Was the great white the reason the Meg had to go? Did these animals compete? And when they did compete, did the Meg win? Or did the great white show its greatness by kicking Meg's butt all the way from the Pacific to the Atlantic? Well, the answer is a little more complicated than that. Most scientists agree that the great white shark was Meg's greatest enemy. In fact, great whites are one of the reasons that Megs don't exist anymore today. But how in the sweet name of all things holy did a 20-foot-long shark like the great white outcompete the huge and powerful 60-foot-long Meg? Well, the answer is simple. The great white simply took out the juveniles. You see, the Meg is incredibly huge, but before they get to that size, they have to be as small as the fully grown great white. The great white simply went into the niche where these 20-foot Megs were and totally stole their food. By being in the same size range, but having a better experience at hunting, the great white simply starved the young Megs to death. So basically, the great white beat the Meg when the Meg was still a wee little child. Perhaps you should consider a time machine to beat all your foes this way. That's it for today, guys. If you loved this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you later, and stay safe.